for the show. I think you and I are going to be in the same boat on something.
Cool.
It's a different show this week, therefore we're just going to do just the opener.
Sweet.
Because no baby boy.
This is to you. This is to you, Zach.
Your sweet baby boy. We miss you dearly.
This is to you. I'll even take a shot for you, partner.
Partner. I'm playing the thing.
Okay.
Cool.
It's the sports program on TSPN with Derek, Zach, and Sean, who's been here the whole time. Head over to timespentpoorly.com and give the show a 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, and help move this show into more people's suggested lists. This show is also streamed live on many platforms, including YouTube, Twitch, and Periscope. Follow and subscribe so you don't miss out on an opportunity to chat in and give the guys a piece of your mind during the broadcast. Want to support the show? Great! Go to patreon.com/timespentpoorly to see how you can do that. And now it's my pleasure to bring you the hosts of the sports program on TSPN, Derek, Zach, and Sean.
Hey everybody, welcome to the show. We're live on 9 a.m. on a Saturday, which could only mean a couple things. One, there's something important happening today. Spoiler alert, there is. Two, we're real go-getters.
The early bird gets the worm.
Yeah. So it is Wildcard weekend, baby. No Mr. Swan this morning, sadly, but he's with us in spirit. I gotta turn this off. I gotta at least mute it. I didn't realize how loud that was.
I didn't hear it.
Destiny 2 podcast where we play. Man, we can do it. We can do it, man. We can do it.
I don't know. We don't know enough about it, apparently.
Oh, we can just talk about how much we don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
So, but in case you were wondering, though, if you have not been on in a bit, before we do anything sports related, I will let you know it is Iron Banner right now.
Oh, right now?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I might have to log on.
Yeah. So that's what I've been looking forward to all week long. Other than Wild Card weekend, that's what I've been looking forward to all weekend. But no, there are some games today. One of which at least is on Nickelodeon, and I'm not kidding about that, and I'm serious about that.
So I was trying to find it just on like the upcoming.
The Saints and the Bears are going to be on Nickelodeon today.
Do you have that package? Do you have the Nickelodeon package on your YouTube?
I do. Yeah, I might watch it on Nickelodeon today. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm gonna watch every game.
I mean, but you don't have to. It's also on. I think you can watch it on Amazon Prime still.
Okay.
And I think it's on CBS still. I think it's still like simulcast on like all the normal shit, but it just also happens to be on SpongeBob fucking Nickelodeon, dude.
It's really weird. I love it.
I love it.
The youth in there.
So I might choose to watch it on there. I think I saw. What did I see? Was it Drew Brees said that if he won, he would? Oh no, it was Peyton, the coach.
Mm-hmm.
He said if he won, he would volunteer to get slimed.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Are they going to slime someone? I don't know, man.
I mean, maybe that will help the refs not cheat him out of a playoff game.
Let's go ahead and pull up the Nickelodeon NFL commercial.
Yeah. I think yeah. Okay.
Let's
game's tomorrow, right? Tomorrow at 1:40.
Yeah, so maybe it's not today then?
No, it's tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
But still.
So no Nickelodeon games today. That's okay.
And then
It's funny is I've seen so many things. A lot of people are really excited about this.
yeah,
Like a lot of people are. I've seen like people commenting on promos and stuff, and they think it's great.
The NFL playoffs are coming to Nick.
Okay, hold on. I'll share my screen here.
we never set up the pigskin pick'em for the playoff, did we?
Wait, I don't think we did. No. We'll just do a pick 'em right here. Just you and me.
You and me. I mean, I'm thinking about just joining a random one.
Yeah. I could set one up real quick. I mean, what is the game starting in an hour?
Yeah,
I can talk to you stuff at the same time.
I think we should.
Okay. Give me a minute.
After
Let's
that,
watch the promo. Because this is interesting. I want even notice the guy's voice. It's the wacky like Nickelodeon guy, like wacky Nickelodeon kids announcer voice. Like, hey, coming up on Nickelodeon.
you're getting slimed.
Yeah, so it's bizarre. Okay.
Time ever. The NFL playoffs are coming to Nick. Get ready for football in a whole new way. Play with even
This is amazing.
fire. Your favorite Nick characters.
Was that Lincoln Loud?
Don't forget the slide.
So here's the thing with the.
Play in a wild new way. The NFL Wildcard.
I wish there was a way that during the live games they could make that shit happen.
That's what I'm saying. They can't. I mean, they're always doing that stuff on the screen.
So they might as well just during. Could you imagine how much
Peacock has more than just every season.
you'd have people livid if they changed the game like that? But
They would be traditionalists. Just
oh man, but if it's on, okay, devil's advocate though. If it's on Nickelodeon and it's still being simulcast on other networks though, and
Yeah.
it's normal on the other networks, then who gives a shit, right?
I
Let
want-
them make it kiddie for kids. Like let them have steam coming out of their nose or in.
So like with when Dak like broke his ankle, they could have had slime shooting out of his ankle on the thing.
Yeah. Nickelodeon Gak come out of Alex Smith's leg.
Yeah. It's not funny, but it's funny.
It's a little funny. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I
No
think
one
it's cool. They could do it during if they'd have to work feverishly and fast, but they could do it.
Oh yeah.
All right, so the games today though, they're exciting. I think I was telling you the same kind of before the show. I think we're going to be in the same boat on something. I think you and our teams play tomorrow. Well, it's your secondary and my primary play tomorrow. I think my team will win the first round. You probably think yours will win the first round. I don't think either team will win the second round. So I think that's where I think we're in the same boat where we're pulling for another team throughout another two teams, really, even.
Yeah. I mean, who
I
would
would
want to see?
Plus you.
I'm
I
pulling
would
up.
say. So, but what we're all kind of in agreement though with like Buffalo or Washington, right? Like,
Yeah.
like it'd be cool to see either one of those teams, do it if our teams are not in it. And I do think that I think the Steelers can win in the first round. I also think the Browns can. I don't think either team will win in the second round. I don't think either team will beat Kansas City or Buffalo.
Did we ever say how we felt about the second seed not getting a bye week?
No,
I think it's stupid. Did we ever talk about it?
No, we didn't.
I think it's stupid.
I woke up this morning and I saw that there were 3 games today.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, 3 games during Wildcard weekend. And I like that.
Yeah. I
But
think
also there is no benefit to being in 2 seed anymore. Like it does not matter.
like maybe it's just field advantage, but that doesn't matter this year.
And if they would have done the additional one too. With like Zach was talking about, they're talking about doing the additional wild card game.
Yeah.
So there would have been none. There would have been no benefit. Well, I guess home field advantage.
I just think I don't see why have those 2 second seeds have a bye week and then add another wild card game. If you're gonna, I don't know. That's a lot of teams, but it's like it's still exciting.
Yeah.
That'd be 4 more teams.
I don't know. I'm 50-50 on a bye week. I feel like as somebody whose team never benefits from having time off.
Yeah. Yeah, your team.
The Steelers have never ever been good after of having time off from a bye week. Like it's never been a thing. In fact, in any sport, any team I've ever rooted for that's gotten a bye week on something has never been good when they came back and played. So I think there's something to be said for playing through and not getting rusty.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, San Francisco had a bye week last year, right?
And the only player that really, really needed it was Emmanuel Sanders because
that's right.
He got traded. So the Niners had already had their bye week, but the Broncos hadn't, and he got traded before any bye week. So he played the whole year without a bye week, I'm pretty sure is what it was. Because the Niners had like bye week 4. And then the Broncos were like bye week 6, and he got traded in like bye week 5. So that's just a wild. But yeah, I mean, I'm glad they had the bye week because I still, even to the Super Bowl, was like, this isn't real.
I mean, yeah,
I didn't, they from the season before, which Garoppolo got hurt, so that changed everything. I don't know. The team, I don't know. Which, yeah.
Man, both of those teams in the modern era that have gone to the Super Bowl, both of your teams had their fair shake to win that game.
Yeah.
And, like, you know what I mean? Like, you didn't have a Rex Grossman quarterback.
Yeah.
In either of those.
The games. Ravens or the Chiefs Super Bowl.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, Jimmy G didn't perform well towards the end of that game, but it definitely wasn't like you remember when it was the Bears and the Colts and it was like Rex Grossman and it was like, dude, you guys have had every opportunity to be better in this game and you suck.
And you sucked.
You suck so long and hard.
That's how I felt about the Rams Patriots Super Bowl, man.
Or Rams Patriots, man. Like,
I felt like the Rams didn't deserve to be there. But I felt like the Rams defense deserved to be there. I didn't feel like the offense deserved to be there. But then again, it was just a low scoring. It was the most boring Super Bowl I've ever watched.
It was. Also, the other day, what was the last weekend? I watched that Rams game and that backup quarterback for the Rams was like exciting.
Yeah.
Because you don't not ever run.
Jared Goff is a boring quarterback.
Is Jared Goff good? I've been wondering for years. Is he good?
Think about that, but then think about his receivers. Like he has
Cooper Kupp
and what's his nuts? Well, and then he used to have. Well, no, did he have Cooks for a little bit too? Didn't the Ram have Cooks?
I thought they did. Yeah,
yeah, they had him for a bit, and then who's it? It's Cooper Kupp and who else? Robert Woods.
Yeah.
And even Reynolds, they're like the third guy. I think
They've always had strong running. They've always had strong running game.
I don't think they do. Well, I guess that Akers guy is really good, I guess. But I don't know. They're a weird team. The Rams are a weird team to me. And like the Bears, I can't believe the Bears are in the Super Bowl, man. To be honest with you.
Well, remember that was that year too. That was This is a good reflection episode. I don't know if we've ever really done like reflection episodes, but I mean, remember that was the Brian Urlacher era though, and that Bears defense was like the real deal, man. Like
dominant.
Well, remember that was the season where the Cardinals were good.
Okay,
they were actually pretty decent, and the Bears beat them. But they came back to beat him, and they beat him just with the defense. Like, because Rex Grossman sucked so long and hard, like he's a terrible quarterback. The Bears came back and beat them, and that's where the Cardinals coach, I can't think of his name at the moment, but that's where he's like, we had them beat. They are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook. You remember that?
What year was that?
Oh boy, I can't remember.
Yeah.
But they are who we thought they were. Something Green was their coach. I'm gonna find that clip. They are who they are who we thought they were. And we let them off the hook, and it was true. They were winning. The Cardinals were winning.
I think you need to make that a clip.
Then I will now. Yeah, I will.
They are who we thought they were. We can play that for every time we have an upset on the.
That's a great idea. Yeah, I will make that a clip. I will definitely. I actually have a couple other drop-ins that I've thought of as well. But yeah, I remember
what we thought they were. What we thought they were. What we thought they were. We played them in preseason. Who the hell takes a third game in the preseason like it's bull? We played them in the third game. Everybody played 3 quarters. The Bears are who we thought they were. That's why we took the damn field. Now, if you want to crown them, then crown their ass. But they are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook.
Oh, he's very mad. He was very mad. Yeah, they should have been.
So
you want to crown him, then crown him.
Was that they lost in a playoff game or the Super Bowl?
That might have just been regular season.
Oh, regular season. Okay,
Just regular season. That might have been, who was the quarterback at the time? That might have been back with Kurt. I can't remember. Anyway,
Warner or Palmer.
Yeah, so the Cardinals were winning that game. The Bears came back and won it because of defense. So that was the season that the Bears were just scoring touchdowns on defense.
Mm-hmm. Like they couldn't score offensively.
No, because Rex Grossman is bad. No, they would score on defense and on special teams, because that's when they had Devin Hester, who ran back the ball like 8 times during the regular season during kickoff. Do you remember that?
And I miss those days because you can't do that anymore with how far it's moved up.
Yeah, that's definitely changed.
Which I mean, safety, sure, but
Devin Hester was incredible.
Yeah.
And I think they tried running him at a wide receiver the following season, and he wasn't as good.
Mm-hmm.
He's a special teams machine, though. The dude, you remember that happened in the Super Bowl.
He ran one back.
It was the first play, so it was during the kickoff. The Colts kicked it to Devin Hester, and he ran it all the way back. And there's I remember when they show the quarterback and they show everybody when they're mic'd up or whatever, they show Rex Grossman. He goes, "No, we got good field position all day."
What an asshole.
Yeah, they did. They did have good field position all day. It didn't matter. Yeah, Peyton Manning was a good Colts team too.
Yeah. And by the way, people are always go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say that was chip on his shoulder, Peyton Manning too. Yeah. That was, I haven't beaten the Patriots yet. I finally beat the Patriots.
And here I am.
Possibly. I think they might have beat the Patriots to get in there.
I would assume they'd have to
look. It was either Patriots or the Steelers. It was like one of those seasons.
Have you seen that clip at all recently because Peyton does his like interview show now? Have you seen the clips for that?
I haven't seen his show yet.
Okay. Well, it's just a commercial where he's talking to Kurt Russell, and he's like, so Peyton's like, "So when did you start getting into football?" And Kurt Russell goes, "Well, I started watching this quarterback named Tom Brady." And then that's just, yeah. So
I love Kurt Russell so much.
The most exciting, so the last 10 years I've really gotten to football, but the most exciting football game I remember is the Steelers Cardinals Super Bowl. That's the best Super Bowl I think of all time.
As a Steeler fan, that's the redemption bowl.
Yeah, I mean, I had no stock in that game, but it was the funnest Super Bowl.
It was a great Super Bowl, and that was the one that was the Super Bowl during the modern, I guess, like the more modern era, where as a fan I was like, okay, I feel better about that one. I still maintain, and this is actually one of the reasons why I hate Seahawks fans, because Seahawks fans are like, stole the Super Bowl, and it's like, well, both teams played really bad.
Yeah,
like that Super Bowl with Matt Hasselbeck, and that was a bad game in general.
I remember because the Seattle beat the Cowboys to make it to the Super Bowl, right?
That might have been the hold. That might have been the Tony Romo hold.
Because I think I was still in Lewiston, I think, and I remember that game being on at the retirement center I was working at, Royal Plaza.
Do you remember when I first met? I don't know when I first met you, and you told me I first met you, and I was like, where do you work? And you're like, I work at Royal Plaza, and I was like, oh, that's cool. And you're like, no, I don't wipe asses.
I had to let people know that I didn't do that. I would just.
I didn't even think of asking it, but I just thought it was so funny. You're like, no, I don't wipe asses, and
I think I said that most of the time because it was a good icebreaker. It really opened up. Like it really set the tone for
you.
It set the tone like either we're gonna be friends or you're gonna walk away.
Yes. Well, I didn't walk away. So that was 2006. That's Super Bowl.
I pulled it up, but I think that was like right before I moved, and I think Seattle had to be. I think it was the Cowboys to make the Super Bowl. Maybe not though. Who knows?
Well, yeah, I'm looking right now what year that was that Tony Romo did that, because I'm curious if that was the game. Preparation, it was wild card matchup against the Seattle Seahawks. That was that year. Yeah, that was that game. The Seahawks beat the Cowboys to get into the Super Bowl.
I remember everyone was so excited, and I was just like, ugh.
Who knew that Romo would go on to be probably the best color commentator in just NFL history?
I swear to God, next year I'm finding out his schedule. To watch his games.
You'll readjust what games you watch according to what games Romo is calling.
Yeah.
It's fair.
Because get Chris Collinsworth out of my fucking life. Dude.
He's terrible.
Get him.
What we got here is a guy. What we have here is a guy who shut up, Chris Collinsworth.
Yeah.
And then also I've never been a Joe Buck and Troy Aikman guy.
No, absolutely not.
Joe Buck is okay when he calls the World Series.
Yeah.
But it's because Aikman's not there. And they get a weird chemistry, and I don't like it.
It's because Aikman doesn't talk about he doesn't talk about anything. Aikman's the worst. Aikman is such a homer too. If the Cowboys are playing, which it seems like they're always playing during Joe Buck and Troy Aikman, and Aikman is either such a homer for Dallas, or in the last few years he's so just overly critical of the Cowboys, which I'm fine with. Yeah.
But man, I think Tony Romo's legacy used to be the botch snap. I think it will not be that anymore. It'll be just his talent in the booth. He's such a natural.
I don't even think about his football years now. I
literally don't ever think about when he played.
I think about his Corona commercials and his commentating.
Yeah. Yeah, he's excellent. Who does play-by-play with him?
I don't know I don't know. I don't know because I'm not paid. I only hear Tony.
Yeah. He's done a great job this year too.
I think it's just because he loves football so much.
Yeah.
You hear Troy talk, and he's just there to get paid. Same with Old River Chris, and I don't mind the guy. Who's the guy that does it with Chris Collinsworth? I don't know. I don't mind him.
Is that Al Michaels?
I think so. I don't mind him. Like when he's talking, I'm like, okay, fine.
Yeah.
You know,
All right.
I do hate Booger. I'm glad he's not. He doesn't commentate anymore, right?
No, I think he got booted. Well, so I think last year we were talking about Booger during the Steelers and the Bengals game. And I think it was last year, and the Steelers were just whooping the Bengals. It was so ugly.
Yeah.
And
Booger said something really dumb.
Gave Booger like a pre-written talking points before the game or something, but he just kept talking about how he was just like, man, I really like what they're doing over here in Cincinnati, and it's like, dude, they are losing so bad right now, like, and it was almost as if the network thought the Bengals were going to win the game, and then they gave him like some talking points prior to the game, and then he's not a natural, like, you know, he was still new, so he's also like not a very good, like just a new talent.
Yeah.
So he can't like readjust to brace himself for just how bad that was. But boy, that was terrible. Okay. I'm on the pigskin pick'em. I'm trying to see if there is.
It's how to set it up.
Yeah.
I know it's there.
Yeah, I mean, there's got to be a.
If you go to the app, it's just like the first thing you can see, the featured games.
We got to figure it out here. We'll get it sorted.
I'm gonna let Zach know that we're setting it up. I'll just text him directly.
Oh, there. Here we go. Big picks groups. There we go.
I'm so sad. So while he's doing that, everybody, I'll let you know what games we got today. It's the Colts, Bills, Ravens, Titans, Browns, Steelers. I think those are all really exciting matchups, to be honest.
I love it. I think today's phenomenal.
Yeah, compared to the North, the NFC, no.
No.
The NFC is not exciting. There's nothing exciting about the Bucks playing Washington. I mean, it's exciting because Chase Young called out Tom Brady, which is the coolest thing I think that's ever happened in football.
I just posted on every chat on there.
Okay, sweet. Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna post it on the Facebook.
So what do you think though? Do you
I love the Chase Young call out. Love it.
Yeah, amazing.
And I hope he gets him. I hope he does. I hope they win. I hope the football team wins. Absolutely.
Yeah. I do too. I mean, I don't know if they're going to be able to outscore Tom and that. Mike Evans is probably out though because he fucked that knee up. But I mean, Antonio Brown and Godwin. I think the Rams Seahawks game is not exciting, and I definitely don't think the Bears Saints game is exciting.
No, I don't care about the Bears or Saints. I don't want either of those teams to go. I'm intrigued with the Bears because I'm intrigued with them because what do they do if Mitchell Trubisky wins a couple games? Like, what do they do with him? I mean, they counted him out, earlier this year, and now he's looked pretty good in the last few, and they got in the playoffs. Like, what do they do now? Like, what do they do? Are they in kind of does it feel a little reminiscent of a Jacksonville Jaguars and Blake Bortles situation?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Exactly. I just don't know. Like, you rolled Nick Foles for what, like 7 weeks? Was it Mitch Trubisky the first 3 or 4?
Mm-hmm.
Nick Foles for another 4, 5, or 6 or whatever it was, and then the rest of the season. Like, I just don't get it.
I don't either, and I don't know what they do with them. So, is he on his rookie contract, or has he been extended already?
I mean, I don't know. I hope he didn't get extended because that would suck for them. Not really, but
They could. I mean, they could do. Maybe I think I heard maybe it was Dan Patrick, Uncle Dan, saying they could extend him for just a smaller amount, and say, "Hey, like you got us this far. That's awesome. You're gonna have to at least, like, you're still gonna have to prove yourself. I'm not gonna give you 20 a year. You know,
Yeah.
we'll give you 11 or 12 a year. You know, we're still gonna go out and draft somebody. You're still gonna have to compete." Something like that.
I just don't think he's the guy. What pick are they getting?
Great question. We'll have to look that up. You look that up. I'm posting this link. Is my cell phone interfering with stuff?
Sports
certainly
Wrap on TSPN. So Zach was saying something about how he doesn't like the format.
Hold on, I think I can adjust that.
Okay. I joined though, so whenever you got it.
I think I can edit that and just do straight pick 'em.
I didn't even look at it really. It looked different.
I mean, I didn't notice anything, but I also didn't. I was pretty quick when I made it.
Yeah. Well, when I first was looking at it, it was that that's just like the auto format or whatever.
Oh, it is, yeah. And it doesn't even give you a chance to change it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Okay. Well,
So it does look a little different. So let me look. Let me try to do my pick. So do I just?
yeah, I'm gonna give it a shot here.
What's different? It just gives you a percentage, right?
Yeah, so I'm picking that. I mean, I don't know. I was able to just pick the thing.
Like you pick the team, and then there's like it just gives you a percentage, right?
I'm doing it on the computer. So I'm just choosing. Okay, hold on. We're learning here too, folks. This can make for great content, but we're learning here too. I like it on the computer. The thing on the computer is cool. You know, Colts at Bills, will Stephon Diggs score a touchdown? You can choose stuff like that too. That's kind of cool.
So that's fun. So Zach said he didn't like something. He didn't like the over under thing. I think he was just. I don't think he likes the percentage.
Yeah, I don't even see that.
I do not like the format. It's the same way they do the UFC pick'em. I don't want to guess over unders for TDs. Oh, is that just for bonus points?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't even see it on mine.
Well, it was like the Stephon Diggs thing.
Oh yeah. I mean, I just selected.
Yeah, I just think he will. Is that just for fun?
I don't know. I mean, I'm just answering questions.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm having a good time.
I'm just going in blind, man. I'm raw dogging it.
Okay, so let's start. So let's just start. Did you pick the Bills?
I picked the Bills.
Okay. Did
I
you
picked
pick
the Bills, and I
Seattle?
said Stephon Diggs will score a touchdown.
I think so. Did you pick Seattle?
I picked Seattle. Picking DK Metcalf, although Metcalf hasn't been as good.
I know he fucked me in fantasy so hard.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. Oh, that's so hard.
Zach did it. He did it anyways.
This is kind of fun. I kind of like this. I think this thing is just
I'm glad it's something
for fun. I'm gonna just go with Robert Woods for fun. I am gonna pick Washington just because.
I'm also picking Washington.
Who will record more receptions?
I'm picking Washington because I'm rooting for Washington.
Yeah. Yep. I'm going to pick the Titans because I hate Lamar Jackson.
Oh man, this is a tough game because last year changed so much. Man, what if the Titans? What if the Titans make the run and they get all the way? What if the Titans go to
If the Titans make it to the Super Bowl, I will be rooting for them.
They almost did. I mean, it was almost a Titans Niners Super Bowl.
Yeah, which I probably would have preferred, to be honest.
I am taking the Titans because I think it's going to be a repeat of last year. I think Derrick Henry's just going to have a crazy day.
Yeah. Which if you didn't pick him in you did your fantasy thing with your school.
Mm-hmm.
I picked D Hens.
I picked Derrick Henry.
I'm going to pick the Saints, although I don't want to because I hate them.
I'm picking the Saints because I just don't. I don't understand. I don't know how the Bears will do it.
Yeah. I don't see them outscoring.
No.
Even though the Bears defense is, I don't know. I mean, I hope to God that the Saints lose to another ref call. I hope, because there's this dude on my Facebook who just bitches all the time. I deleted him finally, so I can't call him out when it happens again today or tomorrow. But
I'm going with Steelers.
Okay. We'll just call it. You know how we're going to call it.
Yeah, you're going Browns.
Who will have more sacks, though? This is an interesting question.
This is actually a pretty good one. Both of these guys had amazing years.
JJ Watt's he was the leader, though, right? I think it's going to be Myles Garrett today. I don't know. The offensive line for the Browns is not so hot. I'll pick Browns to win, but I'm going to pick JJ Watt on that. TJ, not JJ. Brothers. Cool. All right, so I'm set. I'm saved.
Yeah, where do you save it at? I'm on the computer, so I think it just locks me in. Oh, I got it. How many total points will be scored? Fuck, I don't know. 50. How many total points, like for every game? I don't know. 100?
Question?
It's on the computer.
Oh, is it? How many? Oh, whoa. No, okay. It's right here at the bottom. How many total points will be recorded this round? What the fuck kind of question is that?
No idea. 100?
Oh, this is okay. So you do get points for these questions, obviously, because this will be the tiebreaker.
Yeah. Okay, I've made my picks. It says I have 13 of 14 made. What did I miss? Oh, I missed. Which of these players will record the most rushing yards this round? Derrick Henry. There. Oh, and it auto saves on the computer, so I'm good. My picks are set.
Oh, I didn't see this one. Oh, maybe I'm missing. Okay, I'm gonna make sure I'm not. Oh, I'm missing some. Okay. All right, so
our group size right now is 3.
Touchdown.
So anybody else you got 20 more minutes to squeak in there, make some picks.
Who'd you go with for your touchdown? Did you see that one at the top?
Oh yeah. I went with.
Did you go Josh Allen? Is that what you're saying? Or no, you picked him in the fantasy.
Picked him in the fantasy. For my touchdown, I picked. Oh, I did pick Josh Allen.
Okay.
I should go with somebody else, but
I'm gonna go with Tom. I don't want.
That's a tough call. I don't think it's Rivers.
I mean, Derrick Henry. That's a silly question.
Yeah, I picked Henry.
Okay, let me make sure. Total points.
What did you pick for total points?
I'm just gonna go with like a weird 107.
Okay. I went with just a cool 100. I mean, I don't know. There's 3 games. Okay, so let me think. Titans and Ravens will probably be lower scoring.
This might just be us 3. I don't know if people are going to be able to. I don't think people are going to hop in, man. It's too early.
But now we know though, and next year we'll set it up.
Well, I know we were like, it was a crazy week.
We set it up last minute. I mean, pretty good just to go in and figure out and set it up. But, I mean, but the games are. So we got Bills first. They got some fans. It looks like. Boy, it looks cold.
Is it snowing? I have it pulled up. I just was
No,
oh, nope. It does.
everybody is well bundled up.
Bundle up, America. We're back.
You know, I will say, the Bills fan base with the Bills Mafia
Yeah,
is probably one of my favorite fan bases.
they're so. I almost am converted, to be honest.
I think they're very enduring, and I love how. I mean, first off, if you're a Bills fan and you've been a Bills fan for a long time, it means you've only seen heartache.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So like it's very enduring for these people to be sticking around, staying Bills fans. I mean, I watched that. What was that? 30 for 30, the Four Falls of Washington.
Yeah.
Just a heartbreaker.
I didn't watch it, but
It's I mean, so 4 years in a row going to play, lose every one of them.
yeah. Oh yeah. Yep.
Just tragic.
Can't get it done.
Yeah, you got to get it. What was that? That's the Joe Montana age, right?
Yeah. So
I just watched Coach Cowher go through a table or something. That was weird.
I can't believe that Nick Chubb is so low on the running back.
Yeah,
fantasy.
that is
He's-
bizarre.
Nick Chubb is below like what? Like I don't. That's wild to me.
There are.
Steelers run game stop was like really good, but I think it petered out a little bit towards the end. So
Yeah, they got some injuries and.
yeah.
Okay, a couple things we can talk about before we call it quits here. First off,
We didn't want to watch kickoff together.
well, we can watch kickoff together, but there was a couple teams. So they were talking about. So Deshaun Watson is obviously unhappy in Texas right now. Why wouldn't he be? Because he's being wasted right now. I mean, that's that. Did you see that thing with JJ? So you did the interview, and then after their last game, he like where they were walking together, and JJ's like, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry we wasted your year."
Yeah.
Like taking it. I think that's no wonder why so many people love the Watt brothers, man.
Well,
like
yeah.
they're obviously like they're a bunch of good dudes, and like he takes it super personally that they lost, and like he knows that's their quarterback, and
Yeah.
but
it's
like they're talking about the team like will they trade Deshaun Watson? It's like no, they won't ever trade Deshaun Watson, but they need to give him some help.
you can't let a man get that beat up every year.
No, and I had him for fantasy, man, and he was great.
Yeah.
And he performed every single week. Like he is not the reason why that team sucks.
Yeah. No. And neither is JJ Watt, but
No. So there's that. And then the other thing, how many teams are there right now without head coaches?
quite a bit, right?
Yeah.
Chargers, Jets. I mean, Falcons.
Falcons.
I mean, Robert Saleh from the Niners had interviewed with 4 teams.
Yeah. And then what was it? Eric Bieniemy or whatever.
Yeah.
He interviewed. He said he did not want to take. It was one of them. He was like, I have no interest in taking that.
It's probably the Jets, right?
Could have been.
So what was it?
There's a
Jets?
couple of those teams that have like really meddling owners though, and like the Jaguars.
Yeah.
The Jaguars have
yeah.
a really meddling owner.
Did the Jags fire their coach? Right? I mean,
Yeah, I think they
I-
did.
I'm just trying to think of all the teams that were really bad. Did the No, the Bengals didn't. The Bengals had an actually pretty good year.
They kept him. So the Jets were talking about hiring Marvin Lewis, and it's like, man, I like Marvin Lewis, but I mean, is that the answer in New York? Like the guy who was in Cincinnati forever and couldn't make it work with Palmer or Dalton
with good, with AJ Green.
AJ Green, like he had a few decent seasons with both Palmer and Andy Dalton, but like, and they kept and to Cincinnati's credit, they kept Marvin Lewis forever.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't see them. Why would that be the answer for the Jets?
Yeah, it's not. I don't know. What do you? Okay, this is what. Speaking of the Bengals, this is what I was going to ask when Zach was here, but I'm going to ask it now anyways.
Okay.
Do you think Joe Burrow would have outperformed Herbert if he would have played the whole season, or do you think Herbert would have taken the year? Let's see what Joe Burrow's.
Man, it's a great question because I think they would have been pretty neck and neck, right?
I mean, Joe Burrow's stats.
Man, Justin Herbert absolutely worked out for that team. Though.
Okay, so before his injury, Burrow had thrown 13 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. And then... And Justin didn't play the whole year, though. Let's think about that.
Right, he didn't play the first game.
And Justin Herbert's 31 touchdowns, 10 interceptions.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
4,300 yards too. That's like, and Joe Burrow had 2,600 yards and he played 10 games, 9 games. No, that's just, that's not his record, is that? He got hurt. He didn't get hurt in week 13, did he? Or did he get hurt week 10?
Yeah, it was like 10.
Okay. Yeah. So in week 10, he had 2,688 yards, 13 touchdowns, 5 interceptions.
It's pretty good. I think Herbert would have taken it. I think Herbert's more well-rounded of the two of them.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, I did see a video of Joe Burrow walking.
Oh, like walking good?
Yeah, walking. I mean, he's still hurt. I mean, he was post-surgery, though. He's already, like, walking and training and, trying to – I mean, not training, but he's doing physical therapy and –
I mean, because he's going to want to be back by the time.
Oh, yeah. He's going to want to start and absolutely play. I mean, the Bengals – I'm going to look at draft picks.
And then I'll ask Zach these questions again next week. And then my other question was, since we were on the Justin Herbert conversation and then Lawrence going in for the draft, do you think Trevor Lawrence is going to come in and have a better year than, say, Burrow or Justin Herbert? Do you think Lawrence is going to come in and be better than those two?
Well, there could be a couple factors there. He's with the Jaguars, so like they basically have to be better than the Texans. Like, so maybe the division could really help. Like the Colts are good, but like the Colts could, or like a
the Colts could fall apart.
The Colts could fall apart pretty easily. The Texans had a really bad season, but could be better. Who else they got? The Titans. Okay.
Yeah.
That's rough. But that's still against, I mean, Joe Burrow is in one of the toughest divisions now.
Yeah.
Like the Bengals, they don't have to just contend with the Steelers and the Ravens anymore because now you got the Browns in there. The Browns are a playoff team. All 3 teams from the division are in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like that's Like Joe Burrow, like kind of didn't have a shot in hell, right? Not this year.
No.
So
I mean, maybe
you got the Chargers are in.
like even by week 10, they weren't.
Then the Chargers have the Raiders, the Chiefs, and the Broncos. God, man, I don't know. Those are 3. I feel like Trevor Lawrence could. I feel like the Jaguars are. The Jaguars might get Urban Meyer for a coach.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's good. Is that good though?
Is that the guy from? Where's that guy from?
He was in Florida and then Ohio State.
Oh, okay.
Florida with Tebow.
So, yeah, that was just a curious question. I mean, I obviously don't watch that much college football, but I mean, I've watched Trevor Lawrence destroy Notre Dame. So,
man, Trevor Lawrence, like he's really good. I don't know. It's I want to say he has potential to have a better first season than those guys, but also at the same time, it's like the Chargers were in a really tough division too. Like you got to think if the Chargers were in, I don't know, like you almost want to think if Burrow or Herbert would have went to like the Washington football team or the Cowboys or the Giants,
yeah,
that they would have, or the Eagles even, they might have actually earned a spot in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like they might have been able to maybe even take a team 500, like 8-8.
Yeah.
If they were in a division like that.
I think my problem with the Eagles, because I don't think isn't Jalen Hurts, right?
Yeah.
I think if they wouldn't have rode Carson Wentz as long as they did, I think they would have had a better shot. They wouldn't have, I think they would have, because he was great, and that call that they made on him for that down, oh my god.
Yeah, and which I know it's annoying. Like I think the biggest thing is it just hurts the overall. It hurts the overall game just because, like, you're already. So they want to go to a 17 game schedule.
Yeah.
And how are they going to convince us that 17 games are all important if in 16 games they're like, obviously even 16 games isn't even that important.
Yeah.
Like it's hard to make an argument that adding another game to the schedule is going to keep it just as important if you have if you have teams that are so like they just don't care. Like the Eagles obviously didn't try to win that game.
I mean, I don't. Before, I think the week before, though, he said that he would start that other quarterback, right, at some point.
Yeah, but I feel like he did it just to cover his ass. I think he knew he was going to pull Hurts. He didn't want to win that game.
Fuck you, and fuck the Giants. That I did see someone post that you shouldn't be complaining if your entire season is relying on a foreign.
Yeah, I saw a few of them that said it was like, if you want to get in the playoffs, don't rely on other teams. Here's an idea: maybe win more than 6 games.
Yeah, like you don't. None of those teams deserve to be there. The only reason I'm accepting Washington being in the playoff is because I love Alex Smith.
Me too, and
Chase Young.
Yeah, me too. And I also think Washington. I think it's okay that they're there. I'm not a huge fan of under 500 teams being in the playoffs, but they won their division, so I guess they're there. I will say, I think it's kind of ridiculous that they have home field advantage, though. I don't think they should be at home.
Washington?
Yeah, like they should be looking at the record for that. Like they should put that into account too. Like whatever team has, I mean, if you look at all these games for Wildcard weekend, Pittsburgh has one more win than Cleveland. It's in Pittsburgh. Buffalo has more wins than Indianapolis. They're in Buffalo. Seattle has more wins than the Rams. They're in Seattle. Tennessee is tied with Baltimore, but it's in Tennessee. New Orleans has more than Chicago. It's in New Orleans. And then Tampa Bay has 11-5, and Washington is 7-9, and it's in Washington.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
So they seeded higher because they won the division, but didn't Tampa Bay win their division? How does that work? How is that game in Washington?
I think the Saints won their division, right?
Oh, the Saints won the division, though. So Tampa Bay is a wild card team.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is
Washington won the division.
Which is bonkers.
Yeah. So, okay, so Washington won the division, and that's why they have home field advantage in the wild card game against Tampa Bay, who is a wild card team. Now, that said, though, if Washington is under 500, they do not get to host that game. I don't care if you won your division. Like, you don't get that advantage from being subpar. I mean, the only reason why Washington's even there is because Alex Smith came in. I mean, they won. They're 5-2 in their last 7 games.
Yeah.
So they had a really different end of the season than how they started, obviously.
Yeah. And had they not have went with Haskins in the first place, which they shouldn't have, I think it's crazy. I think it's crazy that they did. I even think the third string guy looked better than Haskins.
Yeah.
And even Chase Young, you watched that clip of Chase Young being like, this guy's a baller. And I watched that game. He was slinging the ball. If Alex Smith, for some reason, has to go out in this game, I have complete confidence in that backup.
Yeah. So have they given awards yet? No.
Yeah, I thought they did like the rookie or those nominees.
There might be nominees.
Okay.
I'm wondering if Alex Smith has won the Comeback Player of the Year
You
award.
would see it on like Washington's Instagram if he had.
Yeah, I don't think he has yet. So he needs that award, obviously.
There was another player, I think somebody from the Steelers, right? Wasn't there a player from the Steelers?
Yeah, Ben. I mean, because he had the shoulder or the elbow surgery and he came back. I mean, I think he's the only one that he could even be in any type of conversation, but it's still nothing like
Alex.
the story of Alex Smith is. I mean, the guy almost dies, 17 surgeries or whatever, and then like has a Frankenstein leg.
And now, but that's the thing now, his entire football game has changed.
Yeah.
He was mobile. Wasn't the fastest, but he was still mobile.
Yeah.
And now he can barely move. He's like relying on his arm.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
And he was the third. It's crazy. Like it was like, oh man. I mean, I just remember the conversation just 6 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Just being like, oh, Alex Smith really. I remember that documentary came out.
Yeah.
Project 11 or whatever. And it was like,
terrifying.
It ends with Alex Smith going like, I really want to come back and play football. And everyone's like, oh man, I don't know about that. And I remember the conversations being like, if Alex Smith comes out and takes one snap, like he deserves that award.
Yeah.
He ended up making the team. He was a third string quarterback. He ends up starting the team.
Yeah.
He takes them. He beats the undefeated Steelers.
Yep.
He gets the team into the playoffs. I don't know how you don't give this guy Comeback Player of the Year.
And that's the thing is I'm already drinking. I'm going to have to pace myself to make it to that game. I'm watching that game tonight.
I am also watching. I'm watching every one of these games.
The unofficial sponsor of today's stream, Truly's.
Oh, you went with Truly's.
I accidentally bought the lemonade pack.
Is it any good?
Bridget said this was really sweet. This is actually very refreshing.
So we got, I think, 10 minutes till the game.
3 minutes. 3 minutes.
I missed it.
So this is what I'm going to do. Never mind. I'm going to wait.
Where do you think speaking of the Colts, do you think they are going to get Carson Wentz
Oh yeah, to see this is something that I want to talk about too. What kind of quarterback moves, like on top of Deshaun Watson, because that was a big one for me.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of talk is, will the Niners try to get him? I don't think so.
Oh my God. What kind of day would you have if you found out that Deshaun Watson was going to be on that team?
I would be excited, but I'd be sad because I really, really like Jimmy Garoppolo.
I know.
But I mean, fuck it. I mean,
But if you could get Watson, though.
arm strength and like everything, like I think it'd be crazy.
You got to imagine the 49ers with that team, if they had Deshaun Watson, is automatically a Super Bowl contender again.
That's if they don't lose anybody, like if Raheem Mostert's healthy and Wilson, and then like Ayuk, Debo, if they're all healthy, then yeah. But
obviously, like if they have Jimmy G healthy, they're at least a playoff team again, I think.
Yeah, exactly. Had Jimmy G played the whole season,
had they had CJ Beathard play.
Yeah, I think we talked about that. Yeah, it makes me so sad. I don't think Nick Mullins is bad, but I think if you even lose like 3 games in a row, like switch the guy. I don't know. Even the season where Jimmy got hurt the first time when Beathard came in, I think Beathard just has a stronger arm.
Yeah.
So even if it's like looking for those big explosive like George Kittle plays just to win a game, Beathard just couldn't do it, or Mullins couldn't do it, but also they didn't have Kittle either. So it's just Kittle, or even if Jordan Reed would have stayed healthy, I think, because Jordan Reed the first 4 weeks had like Kittle went out and he got 2 or 3 touchdowns. So
for Deshaun Watson, I think I do remember hearing about this. They said that they would listen to him when it came to hiring a coach, but then they went ahead and hired like a GM, I think. Did I see that? They hired somebody without even talking to him in the first place, so
it's just so brutal for him, man. Like, to get rid of Hopkins was nuts, obviously. But who knows?
Bill O'Brien had just had all things must go. Like it's like he knew he was on his way out, and he's like, "How can I screw this team?"
Yeah. He could never get it done. So whatever. But yeah, so like, where do you think Wentz wants to be a starter? So who's going to want to start him?
I don't know. I don't know.
I rather start Sam Darnold. I rather start.
If I'm the Jets, I'm absolutely not making a play for.
Yeah.
Honestly, if I'm the Jets, I'm not drafting now either. I'm not drafting a quarterback now. I think they get
an O-line. Get someone on O-line.
Get somebody on O-line. Start actually trying to make a play to put something around Darnold is what I would do.
That's the only thing they haven't done like the whole time.
Right. They have not made any effort to do anything like that. The only thing they made any effort on doing was paying Le'Veon Bell way too much to come to New York without giving them any offensive line to even help Le'Veon Bell do anything with the ball.
Yeah. He should have been amazing. Having that time off to just be healthy and just like, it's great because he left the Steelers on a year where he didn't get injured, right?
Right. Yeah.
Like he
just didn't play. He held out.
All right, here you go. Here it is. Uncle Phil, Papa Phil, Daddy Phil, whatever you call him.
I didn't even see the kickoff.
It was very boring. It was like most kickoffs. No, I guess they did.
They should just eliminate it and just start it off with them on the 20.
Yeah, it's so pointless. I don't even think was there. What? How many? Should have started TY. This is exciting though, man.
Is it? Who's got more pressure to win? Is it Josh Allen or is it?
I think it's Josh Allen. Or are you saying the coach?
No, I mean Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson.
Oh, shit. I think both of them, man. I don't know. Josh Allen I don't know. Josh Allen had a better year, right?
Much better.
But Lamar Jackson hasn't thrown a pick in like the red zone, right? Some crazy stat like that.
Yeah.
It's because he doesn't throw the ball in the red zone. He runs it in.
And then I think here there's just a ton of pressure on so like listen, okay, so on the same token, so we got Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Baker Mayfield,
Mhm.
all these young bucks, same draft class.
Yep.
So those three guys got that pressure.
Who do you think as a team as a whole? Like Philip Rivers.
Well, so I was going to say less pressure probably on Baker Mayfield since it's his first time in the playoffs, and the fact that they're even there is like incredible. Like, good job to them. On the flip side of that, without looking at the whole overall team, how much pressure on those veteran quarterbacks though?
Well, that's I was gonna say I didn't expect them to even be here. By the way,
Yeah.
I didn't expect them to be here at all, and maybe it's because I don't pay attention to the defensive kind of like trades or drafts or pickups enough. But I just thought Philip Rivers going into the Colts wasn't going to get it done. But I also defenses win Super Bowls, so
yeah,
it's not something that I need to get better at, kind of like paying attention to. But then I guess their running back Taylor's amazing.
Yeah, he is. Remember, I was very, very sad during the draft because the Steelers could have gotten him.
Yep.
Or I mean they were up next, I think, or maybe 2 picks away.
Yeah,
I don't think they would have taken him though. But you had Phil, Brady, Ben, Rivers, or I mean Breeze.
Yeah, there's a lot of old people in this playoff run.
It really is.
Alex Smith is old too. I mean,
yeah, all those guys.
So yeah, we got Brady, Old Man Rivers, Breeze, Smith, Ben, all old dudes, and then what?
And all these youngins.
Yeah, Allen, Jackson, Baker.
How incredible that 3 of those.
Tannehill could be considered old, I think, at this point, right?
Who's that?
Tannehill. He's an older guy now.
Yep, he's older. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just
Rodgers.
Oh yeah, old as fuck. This is the playoff of the walkers, the old retirement home play.
And then, like I said, Josh Allen and Baker and Lamar are all from the same draft class.
Yeah. Excuse me. I don't get it.
I don't either. The emojis make it more confusing.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah. Is that a cry? Okay, it's 2 cries. Is it sweaty and then a cry?
It's yes. A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Merc, do you get sweaty before you cry?
Who doesn't?
Do you get a little heated before you cry, Derek?
Yeah, probably.
Get a little like.
You get a little lip quiver.
Oh man, that's a big drop.
I think I'm going to go ahead and end the broadcast though, but I'll stay on with you.
Sweet
commercial for a little bit here.
Oh yeah, I'm excited about this day.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't going to drink, but then I was like, no, I have to.
All right, everybody. Wildcard weekend. Enjoy football. Enjoy your friends. If you're watching it with them, I'm watching it with my friend for right now, but we're doing it via the internet. So that's the way it goes. But hope you enjoyed the show. I was kind of thrown together here. We just want to make sure we get one in first thing before the games. I think it's too late to go in and make your picks, but that's all right. Have a good weekend. Chime in on the chats, though. Let us know what you think, what teams are going to win, and we'll see you next week for the next round.